I got into the mold business in 2002. And so in the last 20 years, I've done several thousand sick building investigations. In terms of actionable tips for people who are watching or listening to this, when doing a mold assessment, what we're really looking for is moisture. Yes, we're looking for mold, of course, but what we're really looking for is any sign of moisture. As I was going through the house, I was looking with a very high power flashlight for areas that appeared dusty. And the reason I was looking for those dusty areas is because A, most mold growth initially colonizes on household dust, okay? So mold isn't just in there eating everything. It's actually eating the stuff that's easy to eat. And dust is tiny little broken pieces of building materials and skin cells, and it's already sort of pre-chewed, if you will. You know, we always say that the healthy home mantra is clean and dry. It's not just dry, it's also clean. So repeat after me, clean and dry, clean and dry, clean and dry. Humidity will form water droplets on surfaces and then begin to activate the spores that are in that dust. And then, so you've got the moisture, you've got the food, you've got everything you need there for that colonization. And so looking for those dusty areas is a way to find mold, because when you start to see, using a flashlight at the right angle, you start to see where there's a big difference between dust and colonization. And for a homeowner or someone who's looking around in their home, learning to see the difference between dust and colonization is a really important step on detecting this stuff early, because that's what a professional is going to do. A professional is going to come in there and know the difference between that white yellowish dust that's abundant in most homes to some degree versus colonization. And that's it's a subtle difference, but you know, you start to see the shapes, you start to see that it's not as homogeneous or it's not as evenly distributed as you might see with typical settled dust. And in this particular home, you could see it in other areas that are sort of telltale. For example, inside drawers, along the top of the cabinet doors. You'll also see it underneath drawers. So the bottom, if you were to go underneath, you see this typically also in basements, where you'll see the backside of furniture will often be moldy because of course it's a little cooler back there, and that's also where it's gotten dusty and no one's cleaned. And so that's what, you know, we always say that the healthy home mantra is clean and dry. It's not just dry, it's also clean. So repeat after me, clean and dry, clean and dry, clean and dry.